Hello everyone, you're welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please like, share and subscribe. So, thing is, are you that kind of person who runs around, from one duty to the other every day, running helter-skelter from the kitchen to the bathroom to the bedroom, just everywhere, you're all over the place, and in your mind, you're thinking you're multitasking? What that actually is not multitasking. So today, I'll be telling you about multitasking and what multitasking really is and how we can actually multitask effectively. Okay, so multitasking is actually the ability for you to be able to perform two or more tasks at the same time. Now note that multitasking is not you being in two different places at the same time, because that is not just possible. And that is why some people have argued that, multitasking is just a myth. But then, being in two different places at the same time causes some people to want to rapidly switch tasks, and then they confuse that for being multitasking, which is actually obviously not. So if you begin to run from helter-skelter, going from pillar to post, trying to cover up time and trying to beat deadlines, and you think you're actually multitasking, what you're doing is rapidly switching roles. And what that causes you at the end of the day is fatigue. You end up being tired easily, you end up being stressed, and you just realize that at the end of the day, you're really tired. So that is why it is really important for us to master the art of multitasking. So let's talk about 5 simple ways that you can actually multitask and get effective results. Number 1 is prioritization. Since multitasking is the ability for you to be able to perform 2 or more different tasks at the same time, you want to be able to break down all your major tasks into smaller activities, and that way it's easier for you to be able to know which tasks to begin with. Then you can be able to track your success rate at the end of the day. So number 2 is choose similar and familiar tasks. You need to be able to choose familiar routine tasks, things that you normally do every morning or every evening or every afternoon, whatever it is, things that you do regularly. It is easier for you to be able to multitask with those kind of activities. It is not safe for you to bring on a new activity, a complex activity into your schedule, things that you don't normally do on a daily basis, and then you want to multitask with those kind of activities. It's usually just becomes fertile at the end of the day. All your effort just crumbles. And then the next is avoid distractions. Come on, you're working, you're busy, so it's best for you to avoid all sort of distraction. If it means putting down your phone, switching off your Wi-Fi, except of course if you need data to be able to accomplish the task at hand. But other than that, you need to shut out all distractions. Focus on the job at hand, or the jobs at hand rather, to be able to perform optimally at the task that you are doing currently. If you give room to distractions, it's just almost difficult or impossible for you to be able to accomplish all those tasks and have a high success rate at them. So it's best for you to shut out every form of distractions that you think might come up. It's just you being proactive, shutting down all distractions so that you're able to focus solely on the task at hand, and that way it gives you more results and it puts your mind and entire focus on what you are doing, but at the end of the day. Fourthly, choose compatible activities. And now this one is very essential, because for instance, if you choose to listen to a podcast, and read a report from the office at the same time, it might be fertile, because you need the same level of focus to perform each task individually. You need focus to be able to listen to that podcast, and you need focus to be able to, read that report that was sent to your email from the office. So you cannot possibly combine those kind of tasks together. But rather, if you were driving to the office and you're listening to that podcast, that is multitasking also. You're doing 2 things at the same time. And what that does, it helps you to combine, a physical activity, which is driving, and a mental activity, which is listening, so that way you are able to accomplish those tasks effectively. So you must understand that in multitasking, the kind of activity that you choose to blend together are very essential. You cannot combine 2 activities that you need the same level of concentration for individually to perform them at the same time. Then it's not just possible. So it's best for you to combine a physical activity and a mental activity, like listening to a podcast or listening to music, and then using the treadmill or you are jogging and listening to music, or you're on the phone and watching TV, stuff like that. That way it's easier for you to be able to accomplish those tasks together. Fifth simple tip for you to multitask effectively is the ability for you to use wait time accurately to maximize your waiting time. That period, that space of 5 minutes where you need to wait for that MD or that chairman or that staff or whatever, that friend, that 5 minutes at the bus stop, use it. Don't just sit there idle doing nothing. I mean, use every wait time to your own advantage. While you're waiting for that person, you can as well just send that email immediately, or you can as well just make that phone call. That way you're multitasking and you're using that free period to be able to accomplish something. What some people do, which I don't know if it's okay, but I mean some people do it and it works for them, is that they take some of those activities into lunch hour. So when they're having lunch, they're sending the email, or they're making a phone call, or they need to run to get that errand or something. But your waiting time shouldn't be just you sitting down being idle. It is a time for you to also bring in one leftover task that you need to do that you haven't done. So it's just a time for you to, it's just like an extra time really. If you look at it, just like an extra time for you to be able to accomplish something. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If this was helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and share this video to all your friends and contacts and everybody on your social media. We'll be back with more videos, more content. Do well to hit the notification bell so that you get the notification when I upload a new video. Thank you so much. Tony Adama signing out. Peace.